Hello, you're right there. Oh, you got something on your face. Yeah, got it. No, yeah, it's gone. Hello. In this video, I'm going to get an expert to tell me how much this beast is worth. It's been sitting on my shelf in the background there for 10 years, and I bought it for about 50 quid or 80 quid in Brighton, or somewhere in between those two prices. And so today we're going to find out via this expert whether I picked up a bargain or whether I was taken for a ride. I'm Jason Arnott, I write for Doctor Who magazine and I'm an author and all that kind of stuff. You can find out more about that in the video description if you're interested, and you can also discover how to support this channel at Patreon. So, who is this expert of which I speak? Well, the opportunity presented itself to me when I interviewed Neil Cole for Doctor Who magazine recently. Now, Neil runs the Museum of Classic Sci-Fi, and it's just really gorgeous stuff. There's a pteroleptal and a Cyberman and all kinds of full suits. Everything from full suits down to tiny details or limbs, surviving limbs of costumes. Anyway, I interviewed Neil for Doctor Who magazine via Skype. And then at the end, I took my opportunity. I seized my chance to raise the topic of my Cyberhead. So let's find out what Neil thought of the Cyberhead first of all, and then the kind of value range that he personally placed on it.
You know, for years that was my favourite Cyberman. Let's have a look at him. Let's have a look at this bad boy.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. Right. What I would say from that is it looks... I'm just looking at the lines, the ridge lines.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put my money on that. It could be a remold of an original mold, right? So in other words, an original's been taken off, a cast's been taken from that, and it's been taken. The reason is it's got the lack of symmetry, which is what you want to see. It's very good. I don't know what you call those liney bits, the headphone bits, you know what I mean.
We could call them bits.
They look like they've been tidied up a bit, which the originals are a bit rougher, but not bad. There's still a bit of it's got imperfections which are good, and I would say my guess is, because some people have sculpted them from scratch, I don't think that's a sculpt from a fan sculpt. I think that looks like a remold from a mold of the original.
Wow,
that's what I would say.
So for what purpose?
That is a guess. It may be, you know what I mean, because you get some people sculpt them from scratch, and there's some amazing sculptors, but it just got the wobbles on it look quite accurate to me, and the proportions between the eyes and the mouth, which again are quite difficult to get. I think it's a remold, is what I would put it on.
So for what purpose would such a remold have been made?
To sell to fans. Simple as that. Basically, a fan will probably have got just been wanting a helmet themselves.
Yeah,
they'll have just been wanting a helmet. I mean, bottom line is before 10, what you call it, this planet Earth, and even Richard Gregory was selling them, wasn't he? He sold copies of the 80s one. People would have just about given their kidneys to have a cyber helmet.
Yeah.
And that is, you could stick that on screen and you'd get away with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's a damn good replica, and my gut feeling is that it's come from a remold. It's it's an amazing sculpt, accurate sculpt. It's either a very, very accurate sculpt, or it is just from, I reckon it's a remold. So there you go.
Wow.
Second generation, that's where I'm in.
Cool. And this this panel comes off and you can see like a couple of bolts keeping the handles on inside.
There's different people have used different things over the years for that, so that's I don't know what the back was at the back of the Revenge ones, but yeah.
So let's do the Antiques Roadshow segment of this, whereby I tell you that I bought it like 10 years ago in Brighton in an indoor market, and I can't remember exactly what I paid, but it was either 50 or 80 quid. Do you reckon that was a reasonable purchase?
When did you buy it?
About 10 years ago.
Bargain.
Yeah.
Bargain. Replica. I can tell you now, a replica cyber helmet of that quality, you're not going to pay shy of 200. There's one on eBay now for 150, but it'll probably go for 200. I would say you could probably get, on a good day, up to 400 for that. But I would be putting my estimate, Coley's estimate, is 200 to 400 on that, I would say, depending on, you know, just depending if there's others up for sale at the time. Do you know what I mean? That's my estimate, you know.
And now I have to do my Antiques Roadshow face, where I'm sort of only vaguely interested in that, and I'm not at all interested in money.
Yeah, of course, you don't want to sell such a wonderful item because it's something you're going to pass on to your dog or something when, you know, as an heirloom.
To the little ones, yes. Actually, I probably will pass it on to the little ones. I mean, obviously, these things are, the value really is in how much enjoyment you get from them, isn't it? But it's nice, it's interesting also to know the, because this was in the background of my YouTube videos for quite a while, and people kept asking about it, you know.
It's a lovely head, very accurate, very good. Accurate. I'll tell you, it's somebody said to me about props. It's what someone's prepared to pay for it, which is why suddenly you will get crazy. Suddenly you'll just get lucky and get something amazing. But then other times they'll go for those two Daleks from Evil of the Daleks, two little miniatures surviving from this, you know, the little toy ones that we used, just sold on eBay for about 12 grand. It was something like that. You know, way out of my price. They were two battered little things. You know, people were saying, "You're not going for it." I was like, "Neil, no, I'm running a museum. I'm not making millions." And no, unfortunately, I'd love them in. Yes, it would be great, but unfortunately, no. And they went, because there'll have been two people bidding on them. Two people who are aggressively wanting that bit of memorabilia, and wowza. Wow. And that's when prices go silly, you know. So you could get two people wanting that, two people who just love Revenge of the Cybermen, fighting it out, you know.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
death.
I never will sell it because it is so cool. But
it's lovely.
It's great to know. It's a curiosity, isn't it? And it also makes a compelling YouTube video for my viewers. So down there in the comments for viewers' reference, I'm going to put links to Neil's museum and also the Patreon page that helps support the museum.
Yeah, and there's loads of goodies on it. We really, you get a lot. You get quite a bit, badges and magazines and podcasts and goodness knows what.
Yeah. Absolutely, and obviously people should come and see the museum, which is open now.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Let me just put this back.
Thanks so much for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope you come back for the next one. Until then, don't forget to embrace your obsession.